Alright, we are going to unbox more bullet pendants from our friends in Indonesia. So let's start. Using a knife from the Visayas here in the Philippines. A gunong made by Domsi Barangco, our good friend, a blacksmith, a blade builder as well. Right. Check our stuff. Just in one pack. Packaging is pretty much okay. This is from our friends in Indonesia. So let's check the items one by one. Yeah, the laces got entangled, alright, but nothing we can't fix after a while. It's a bad case of getting entangled. 3 items. Let's look at the slug that's made into a pendant. Another one. Nicely done. Another one. These are genuine slugs. I think this is an M14 slug. So there, after unboxing our items that came from our friends there in Indonesia, let me put some context to this video. As you know, we are into prepping, survivalism as a hobby, as a useful hobby, and we are also into blade culture and research and anything related to history as well. Combining these hobbies and topics and these preoccupations, you know that we also go to off-grid places to simulate our shit hits the fan situation, and we also go outdoors for hiking and camping. And it so happened that one of our areas is Mount Isarog here in southern Luzon, Philippines, and you know very well that Mount Isarog was the last stand of the Japanese Imperial Forces here in Bicol. Because of that, it also became our hobby to relic pick, but we don't use metal detectors for the purpose, and that is why we are also into necklace with bullet pendants. So here are some samples of items that we found while hiking or while relic picking at Mount Isarog. These things are very difficult to find, but in time I was able to accumulate stuff, samples. This is N1 Garand slug, comparing it with an M14 slug. This one, M14, which is pretty much the one we have here, and compared with the M1 Garand slug, which is a little bit longer, but caliber is the same actually. So here is one sample of an American Browning machine gun slug made into a pendant. I made this one. And apparently we share the same culture with Indonesia. Apparently they also believe that bullet slugs could also serve as a kind of an amulet against negative entities out there in the woods, or perhaps even in cities. These are part of Southeast Asian belief systems that we are trying to investigate and research on. The Philippines also have the Philippine Islands, also have various beliefs on the anting-anting, and one of those beliefs is the belief that, as we said, bullet pendants have sort of talismanic effect. So more so if the pendant or a bullet slug is actually a relic, a relic that came from World War II, for example. World War II was a time of great peril, great stress, and sadness and violence, and supposedly those elements imbued the pendants or the bullet slugs with some sort of energy, and after that these relics stayed with nature for quite some time, and therefore further adding to the various nature energies that charged these items. But these ones are from our friends in Indonesia, who I said apparently also shares the same belief with the Filipinos. This one is an M1 Garand slug that I found up there in Mount Isarog. Surface finds. Okay. As you know, we stayed there for the lockdown last year, and we stayed for a long time, so relic picking became my hobby. Some wild boar fang or tusk. So we also believe here in the Philippines that these items also have some sort of talismanic effect, and apparently our friends in Indonesia also have the same belief. This one came from Indonesia. Right, Jason here for the Hagbayon Channel. Watch out for more videos related to this topic, and including topics on current events, literature, poetry, rock music. What else? Blade culture, blades research, prepping, and survivalism. Thanks, and remember, the pen is mightier with a sword.